Good evening, folks. And tonight we're going to talk about what it is like for Ohio State at this point, and Michigan as well. I'm not leaving you out either. I think this is going to be a good game. But right now we got to talk about each and every one's opponent. We got to look at how each opponent is, how they both performed last week. Last week, USC handed Michigan one of the most unprecedented thumpings I'm sure any Michigan fan can probably think of. Since Ohio State's 62-39 stomping, I'm sure they want to remember that one. But they gave up 489 yards in that game. They had 1,417 yards previously. Now they have 1,906. Now, Ohio State, on the other hand, they played Illinois, gave up 295 yards, and now they have 1,374 total yards of defense. That's how much the defense has given up. Now, the Ohio State defense versus the Michigan defense, both have seemed to improve significantly. Now, I'm not saying Michigan's defense is weak by all means. But this Washington team, only one loss. I think they are very underrated. Regardless where they go, if they win or lose, this is going to be a close competition for Michigan. If they win, great. If they lose, this is going to be an eye-opener. Because their running game was held to only 109 total yards. They literally had no answer for their defense. Michigan State, they have next. Then they're at Michigan State. Then they got Purdue. And I think they're at Purdue. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. Northwestern. Then they're away at Maryland. Then they got Ohio State home. That tells you all you need to know about them. And Maryland's not a weak team by all means either. By all means, none of them are weak. Now, 252 yards were given up against Wisconsin, so that tells you a lot about all you need to know about Wisconsin. Now, Ohio State, on the other hand, Wisconsin. That's who they got. Then they're home against Penn State. At Purdue, home against UCLA. Then they're at Rutgers. Then they're home against Rutgers. They host UCLA and Rutgers back-to-back. And then they're at Michigan. So, these games will determine just how good Ohio State really is. They travel to Wisconsin, another hostile environment. And then they host Penn State. Then they're at Purdue, another hostile environment. Always hard to win there. It never fails to try to play there, and they always seem to come up short. Now, we all know how hard that is to wear. In previous years, I'll never forget when we played at Purdue, we were number 1 and lost. We played back in, I can't remember, no, I remember Dwayne Haskins was quarterback, and we played there and we got our butts handed to us. 49-20. It was literally an embarrassment. By all means. And that team literally somehow managed to beat us. Despite playing our best efforts, throwing more passes than anything, they still managed to beat us. All because of turnovers. Players stormed the field, the fans stormed the field. We just didn't have what it took to win. And we didn't deserve it because we played terrible. I remember that game. Now, Wisconsin, unranked. We all know how that's going to work out. If we play like we really want to win, we'll win. But we got to show that we mean business. We can't just come out and sit and lollygag around and say, oh, we're going to win this game. We're not just going to fiddle far around here. We got to win. We got to win. This is how you win games. Look at what Iowa did to Wisconsin. They just nailed Wisconsin from start to finish. They didn't even let Wisconsin breathe throughout that entire game. Not one breath was even let loose by Iowa against Wisconsin. Illinois, that was a good team. That was a phenomenal team. Nothing weak about this guy. Somehow, Ohio State managed to hold them back when they needed to. 2 red zone touchdowns. I'll expect that. Penn State, that'll be interesting when Ohio State plays Penn State. I'm going to expect a lot out of Penn State. So, comment down below what you think will happen between them. Now, Washington, I think will do great with Michigan. Now, I'm not expecting this to be a blowout by either side. Whoever wins, it'll be whoever doesn't turn the ball over as much, if there are any turnovers, or whoever turns the ball over least, or whoever doesn't turn the ball over at all will be, or just whoever punts the least if there aren't any turnovers by either team. Because that's literally what happened with Ohio State. Or whoever gets sacked the most. The ball, it all comes down to who has the most first downs. I think it'll come down to that. And the field goal percentage wise, I think it'll come down to the special teams. Like Trussell always says. It all comes down to special teams. It's always that. So, look out for that. I think that'll be something that'll have to be looked in for Washington and Michigan. Now, as of Wisconsin, I'm not saying they're weak by all means. They just had a very bad day against Iowa. Iowa executed when they needed to. Gronowski pretty much will put them in their place. Now, I look for Ohio State to do the same. But now the question is, will it be by a lot more? Will Julian Sayin execute even better than Gronowski? Or will it be even worse or less? Or how do you think this will even be done? Because I feel like Ohio State has what it takes to beat Wisconsin badly, but now if Wisconsin comes out swinging and knows how to pull it off, great. They have it made. But it'll just come down to who played the better game. Well, with that being said, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications. That being said, I'm out of here. Peace.